Good day, dear colleagues, organizers, and attendees. Today, I will be presenting research titled Inclusive Culture in Ukrainian Higher Educational Institution for Sustainable Development. The modern world recognizes quality education as a fundamental right for all, regardless of personal or societal differences. As globalization progresses, it's crucial to develop effective strategies for an inclusive educational environment, ensuring everyone's rights and opportunities in education. This enhances competitiveness and personal potential. In higher education, creating an inclusive culture is vital for sustainable development, particularly with the ongoing war in Ukraine, which has disrupted education for those in occupied areas, urban zones, and among displaced or deported individuals, increasing the vulnerability of these groups. The modern higher education system must quickly adapt to challenges by cultivating an inclusive culture based on diversity, quality, fairness, and barrier-free access. This culture should guide the policies and practices of institutions promoting a community where collaboration and interaction foster a more open, tolerant, and inclusive environment, ensuring the achievement of key objectives such as support and promote diversity, ensure fair treatment and barrier-free access, develop a collaborative community focused on providing a conducive environment for attaining higher education. But despite legislation frameworks, implementing inclusive education in Ukrainian HAES is progressing slowly, requiring a comprehensive approach, including components such as readiness of HAES, action plans, support system. According to this study examined the readiness of Ukrainian HAES to build an inclusive culture. Our research methodology entailed a cross-sectional analytical study based on the inclusion index by Booth and School, adapted for higher education. The questionnaire was meticulously designed, including 15 closed questions across two sub-criteria, community for cooperation and inclusive values, with the result obtained from 821 respondents. The result of responses regarding the perception and evaluation by staff of the educational space as a community for cooperation are presented on the slide. According to the results, it's possible to summarize the key indicators in particular. 38.1% of respondents indicated their HAES is always open to diversity. 41.9% state their HAES always provides a friendly community for collaboration. 37.9% of respondents believe their HAES is always barrier-free. 1.9% feel their institution is never barrier-free, highlighting accessibility concerns. 1.7% think their HAES is never comfortable or safe, indicating issues that require urgent attention. 49.8% feel their institution always creates a friendly environment. 43.7% feel always like part of the community, through a small fraction, 0.4% feel disconnected. 40.3% believe their HAES always embraces diversity and considers everyone's needs. 42.8% note always mutual respect and system among students, teachers, and management. 42.4% affirm that their HAES always exemplifies a democratic society. 0.5% believe their HAES never does, revealing gaps in promoting democratic values in some institution. This slide presents the results of the perception and evaluation by management, academic, and support staff of inclusive values in HAES. According to the result, 40.2% of employees perceive that their HAES always promotes diversity values in the community. 55.8% feel their HAES always fosters respect for human rights. 51.5% observe that their HAES community always shows equal respect for everyone. 53.2% believe their HAES always opposes discrimination. 55.9% note that their HAES always stands against bullying. 56.5% of respondents feel their HAES always promotes nonviolent interactions and conflict resolution. 47.1% believe their HAES always support the community mental health and well-being. These responses indicate a robust commitment to creating a safe, supportive, and nurturing educational environment. The data highlights concern within Hayes. 0.4% of respondents believe this institution never promote diversity, and 0.5% think they never respect human rights, indicating gaps in addressing these areas. Additionally, 0.7% feel Hayes never combat discrimination or bullying. Furthermore, 0.9% and 0.5% of respondents respectively know that Hayes failed to support nonviolent interaction and mental health, underscoring the improvement in creating supportive environment. This slide presents the result of the average values for the subcriteria community for cooperation and inclusive values. This slide compares two key subcriteria in higher education institution, community for cooperation and inclusive values. For community for cooperation, 71.5% of respondents view Hayes as inclusive, providing equal opportunities for diverse groups. However, 24.5% believe this institution often prioritizes the majority, and 4% see them as lacking inclusivity in cooperation. Regarding inclusive values, 76.6% of respondents feel their Hayes champion diversity and inclusion effectively, while 20% recognize their importance, but not a lack of supportive condition. Another 3.4% find that inclusive values are frequently ignored, suggesting a need for strategic changes. This analysis underscores the crucial areas where Hayes can chase their strategic initiatives to better promote an inclusive academic environment. Our next step should aim at addressing these disparities and reinforcing our commitment to inclusivity in all aspects of higher education. The general perception of inclusive culture in Hayes through the eyes of management, academic, and support staff indicates different readiness levels for building an inclusive culture in the educational environment. The indicators of each are presented in the slide. This shows that some of the staff of Hayes do not perceive the existing educational space as a safe, friendly, and inclusive educational environment, and recognize the need for systematic changes to improve the inclusive culture in Hayes. Drawing from our analysis, we've pointed key areas needing for improvement, which encompass enhanced support for mental health, strengthening the sense of community and belonging, upholding democratic principles. Additionally, we've identified promising opportunities for development, which include active promotion of diversity, enduring barrier-free access. Analyzing the inclusive culture in Ukrainian higher educational institution reveals a multi-faced picture of inclusion as perceived by management, faculty, and support staff. Most respondents view Hayes as inclusive and catering to special educational needs. Neutral and negative perception reveals gaps where individuals' needs aren't always considered. But although diversity and inclusion are valid, a significant gap exists between policy and practice, necessitating strategy assessment and adaptation. These findings underline the importance of higher education institutions adopting inclusive policies and integrating an inclusive culture into their daily operation to address identified gaps. This approach is critical for fostering a fair, diverse, and supportive educational environment for all participants, especially vulnerable groups. While the study focuses on Ukrainian Hayes, its implications extend globally, emphasizing that promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion is crucial for sustainable development in education worldwide. Thank you for your attention.